We should do more episodes like this. This is fun. Shenanigans. Shenanisodes. Shenanisodes.
Shenanisodes. I might not even edit this one. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I will.
Senior sign-up. Shifty work into the box. And across. It's in! Oh, it's LaRue! It's a dream return!
Welcome to Casual FC, an Angel City preview pod. I'm your host, Mario Salazar, with my fully rested now co-host, Angela Morales.
Maybe.
She played a little nap roulette this afternoon, which is always, as the name implies, is always a gamble. You never know. As soon as your head hits that pillow, you never know when you're going to wake up.
Listen, I went on vacation for a week. I was going to put this in later, but I feel like I'm just moving up our little banter section. So when I went to Phoenix for WNBA All-Star Weekend, went to a recording of A Touch More with Sue Bird and Megan Rapinoe and two special guests who I'm not going to say because the episode's not out yet. And then I went to a panel of a bunch of like major basketball stars, commentators. It was amazing. And then 3-point contest, skills contest, who were won by the same person, which was amazing. It was the first time it's ever been done. Team USA 3x3-on-3 exhibition game. And then the next day was All-Star Game and WNBA Live. It was so much fun, but it was 111 degrees and I had to walk outside a lot. No matter how much we were replenishing liquids, electrolytes, making sure we were eating, it did not matter.
They were instantly going away.
Yeah. And then the cool thing was, Eve and I were driving back and we had to make a detour to Long Beach because after we recorded with Jax from Watch Me Sports Bar.
Yeah, how fancy of you.
We got you like that segue? I thought I was pretty proud of it.
Yeah.
We got an invite. Mario couldn't make it, but we got an invite to their soft launch. We got to go try out the food, the drinks, the mocktails, little champagne toast. I have a bunch of videos and stuff we're going to put together, but I'm so friggin' happy for Em, for Jax, for the whole team at Watch Me. They are bursting at the seams already.
Yes. Just looking at the videos from like weekend, it's been crazy.
Yeah. Vero, who listens to the podcast and sits in front of me in 227, told me the other day that she couldn't get in. Oh. Like they were at capacity for like hours and she just was like, we gave up. And I was like, that's okay.
It's okay.
Which means you just have to come to our watch party. I am Segway queen tonight. Oh my God. I'm so proud of myself.
I told you were rested.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen it on Instagram, we officially have a scheduled watch party at Watch Me on August 24th.
Yes.
Excited.
So I am very proud of all the segue. You went seamlessly through all of this like a professional. It's like I know what I'm doing. Exactly. I'm sitting here looking at our script being like, first of all, this recording literally got thought up of like at yesterday night or something. Yeah. It was like, hey, we should probably record something. And it's like, all right, I may have some time tomorrow, but so I slapdashed together a script just to give us some structure to go on. And we've thrown that out the window. You know
what?
We're calling this our Let's Get Weird episode. And honestly, yeah. So, okay, just to touch base real quick. August 24th, it's going to be the away match versus the San Diego Wave. We will be having a watch party, our first one, in Long Beach at Watch Me Sports Bar. So anyone not making the trek all the way down to Snappy and you don't want to sit in full sun in an unshaded stadium at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yep.
Stay local.
Yeah, just head down to Long Beach.
Let's pack that place out with Angel City fans. Let's make it an Angel City bar. It's not let San Diego creep up.
Yeah, don't let them up north. We gotta stake our claim.
Exactly.
Watch Me has been approved as an official Angel City bar, so we have to prove it
Yes.
now. So Olympics will be over. We'll all be like re-regulated back to
Summer
like
Cup will be
regular
over.
life. Yeah.
Yeah.
Back to regular season and just come hang out. The food is great. The drinks are great. The atmosphere is fantastic. We'll have a whole bunch of stickers and stuff and hopefully a raffle. We're trying to get together some cool stuff now to make it definitely worth everybody's while.
I am ordering a ton of stickers.
Yeah.
They're being processed and we'll get them before. So
Woo.
we'll have a bunch of stickers for
New
free for
stickers.
everybody. New stickers, some old stickers. Really, the only sticker we've had really has been our logo. So we have brand new ones. And yeah, it's going to be fun. And we'll make it as fun as we can. Let's pack that place out. Stay cool. Have a nice drink. Not sit in the sun at 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
And not have a 3-hour drive. It might be a 3-hour drive depending on where you're coming from to Long Beach, but still. It definitely won't be a 3-hour drive back home. So there you go.
Absolutely. So
Okay.
there's a whole bunch of stuff happening this summer. I don't know if anybody's noticed. We've got the Olympics. We've got national team stuff. We've got controversy. We've got the Summer Cup. We've got a roster we've never seen before. This feels very Stefan skit from SNL in the best way.
I've seen the meme actually with Stefan listing of just a bunch of wozo that's happening at the moment.
Yeah, this feels like it's bonkers.
Okay, so let's start off with the biggest thing, which is the Olympics. Paris, we have our Olympic episodes that came out, recapped all the teams. We gave you the heads up that games were going to happen before the opening ceremonies. There's already been shenanigans.
So many, which we'll talk about.
But I think the biggest thing so far has been Spygate.
Yeah, I think it's like above and beyond a Chaos Award.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who haven't seen all the details, it's a whole bunch of things. The New Zealand women's team saw a drone flying over their practice, ends up being Canada's team, like the other folks associated with the Canada team.
Canada
not
staff.
the actual team. Thank you. I was
Extended
like,
staff.
there's a word for this. It gets reported. It's like the person who was flying it gets sent home, an 8-month jail sentence that gets postponed. It's this whole thing. And then a bigger investigation starts to happen. There's a fine. And then next thing you know, it's been tracked back that Canada's been doing this since at least 2021 in some way. Men's and women's, which I think is really funny because the men spied on the U.S. men's team, or like the men's staff for Canada spied on the U.S. men's team back then and then lost 4-1, which I think is very silly, being that it's the U.S. men's team. And can we win? Who knows? But, okay. The way this feels to me, and this feels it's very difficult to explain and difficult to comprehend, because for the most part, I don't think the players had any clue this was happening. And the integrity of the team, like in the locker room, that team, those players, in my eyes, still stands. Because
yes, that they're very much this was very much in any report that's been happening so far has been, this is an isolated thing to the leadership towards the
and there's
coaching staff
a
and
few common players in the coaching staff from the women's team that then went to the men's team. There's a lot of overlap, which makes sense why this happened in the way that it happened. Bev is now gone for a year.
Which a year seems
like nothing.
Yeah.
National team, you
cheat in a casino, you're banned for like life.
Right.
Like you're like there's and there's something to say that even though the players, I feel bad for the players because they
absolutely,
through a lot of what's coming out, you can see that they're not the ones they're not responsible, they're not involved.
Yeah.
Yet
they're the ones who are going to feel the brunt of it, and then end up with the most repercussions.
They're the ones that have this hanging over their heads this entire Olympic run right now.
Yeah.
And the thing is that, like, when you're working in a system that was developed by the coaching staff, and that system was developed in ways where we figured stuff out and we're going to make sure that we train XYZ.
Yeah.
Yes, players are not the ones that were involved, but they also still are benefiting from this.
Yeah. And this is where I'm very proud of this analogy. I brought it up in our Discord, which, guys, we have a Discord. Come hang out online with us and be nerds on the internet. It's real fun. We have a bot that makes haikus. It's just a great time. But I brought this up and it flew under the radar. But given that it's also the 20th anniversary of one of my favorite movies of all time, this is, honest to God, playing out almost exactly Bring It On. And I say this so seriously. Yes, it's funny, but New Zealand seeing the drone is Missy taking Torrance to East Compton. Big Red is Canada Federation. I can take this down to like minutia detail, but feels very much, I set this up for you and you've ruined it after everyone finding out about the drone is Sparky Pilastri. It's insane. I feel like such an idiot talking about this like this, but it's so important to me.
This is totally going to be a social clip, and I'm going to have to look for each one of these characters.
Yes. Yes. You have a team that has been so good for so long, only to find out that they're stealing stuff from other people. And people are like, oh, but it's like game film. But it's different because spying on another team is technically cheating because you're not supposed to have access to the internal workings of a team as an opponent. And it undermines general sportsmanship and general camaraderie within sport. It then goes into like the argument of stealing signs in baseball. It's coming up with a plan to steal signs and banging on a freaking trash can, wearing a microphone. Like, it's what the heck? Having TVs, like all this big setup, when sometimes you just tip a pitch by accident and your team, the opponent realizes that.
Yeah. And
okay, we're making these adjustments in game, which is a lot different than planned adjustments.
And the thing is that, like, if you've been listening to any of the commentary, and this is my advanced casual coming out here. If you join the Discord, you'll get the different casual levels that we have there, and they don't mean anything except what you want to call yourself. Everybody gets the same stuff. But in a lot of the commentary and a lot of the pundits talking about this, or just talking about it even before all of this broke, it was about the fact that the Olympic schedule is so compressed.
Yeah.
That your strategy ends up being different than, say, a World Cup, right?
Yeah.
But even a World Cup, like, the thing is that, like, you come in to each one of these tournaments because they're slightly different with a different type of strategy, right? Mm-hmm. Whether it's score first, then hold on to everything, hold on to dear life, and then make it through the groups. It's because it's so compressed and a smaller roster. Like, you have to be smarter about things. So the fact that you got eyes on their
harder.
You got eyes on the tactics that gave you the leg up. It gave you what are they doing in this short period? Oh, let me best them. Unfortunately for Canada, they did get hit with a 6-point penalty.
They basically made up.
But it's not going to get them out of the groups.
I don't know. It depends.
Let me look at the stats live as we're recording this right now.
It's just a really unfortunate situation for players who had no idea this was happening and that they were being used in a way that they didn't necessarily consent to. And that's the bigger issue for me, because if everybody, like the Astros, if the majority of people are buying in and everybody's down to cheat, then cheat. As Midge said, do it better. Like, call Bill Belichick, would cheat better. Midge said that with Sam Mewis, who was like, whoa, because she's a big Patriots fan. But cheat better. If you want players to be fine with this or cover for you, they have to know. Vanessa Gilles is big mad. And rightfully, I hate that the players are in this situation because it's so unfair to them. And yet, I'm still like, they benefited, so should they have been just disqualified? I
mean, there were calls for them to just be completely out, like just completely kicked out.
Yeah.
Right?
Are they going to get their gold medal from the last Olympics rescinded? Are they going to have World Cup stuff rescinded? There's so much that now is in limbo for this team that it's going to have repercussions like crazy.
And they are at, because of the 6-point reduction, they won their first 2 matches. They're at 0. Colombia and
France.
Damn it, it went away. Colombia and France are ahead of them with 3 points each. But they face Colombia in their last match. We'll see what happens if they make it through. It's the top 2 teams in every group, because there's only 3 groups. Top 2 teams will make it onto the knockout rounds, plus the next 2 best performing teams.
I think on goal differential they make it out regardless.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. No matter what happens, however far they go, they will have this asterisk on them.
Yeah.
It's like the Barry Bonds.
Yeah, it's a generation of
record.
players who are now impacted by some really shitty decisions by their federation, because the report that's coming out, or that has come out, basically said from ex-staffers that if you didn't buy in and if you weren't down to go fly drones or cheat, you got fired.
Yeah.
Which is
so
that
the whole federation's gonna get.
That's why I said the federation's big red.
Yeah.
She puts the itch in bitch. Sorry, I love this movie, guys. Eva knows, like, I may or may not have 2 t-shirts coming that will be proudly sported. But I think the actual that is like the controversy award, but the actual chaos award, as at this point in the Olympic soccer games, has to go to the Australia-Zambia game.
Oh, geez. Okay, so
11 goals.
Doing the dad thing on Sunday, could not watch any of the games besides the Japan game live.
Yeah.
We saw the Japan game and like barely caught like the end of the game, and we're like, we gotta go before we were late to like everything that we've paid for the kids to do. So I started seeing things that it was getting crazy.
Bonkers.
I made it almost the whole day without spoiling it.
My bad.
And then, no, you didn't spoil it.
Okay, good.
Something else spoiled the score. So spoiler warning for anybody if you haven't seen it this long, then
that's on you.
That's on you. Yeah, it's already been
almost a week or 2 days, but it feels like a week.
Yeah. The Zambia game ended up in 6-5, and basically at the death was like the final score, and Zambia dominated
the
first half. The goals were just coming. Banda with a hat trick, like
before
it was just insane. Yeah, I watched the highlights on the Olympic
that little
app.
Little 7-minute back and forth guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Who?
7-minute highlight video. 50 seconds.
Oh no.
Oh, that's like there's a whole highlight video. Yeah. That's what I thought you were watching.
No, I mean I'm Peacock app, everything's streaming there, and then you go to the like highlight section, and then you get the little highlight video.
That's what I was talking about.
Oh, I thought you meant that there was like some YouTuber that like does 7-minute recap videos.
God, 6 minutes and 50 seconds. I don't know why I remember that, but yeah, that video is insane. So if you have Peacock, go watch it.
Yeah, that just back to back. Like we were sitting there, Jen and I were watching it, and she's, "Whoa, this game was insane."
Yeah,
I'm like, "Yeah." I wish I didn't get it spoiled and like actually got to watch it. But either way, it's one of those things where once you spoil the score, even though you hear how good the game is, do I want to sit there for 2 hours?
Watch them.
Like I'll watch the 7-minute highlight video. But it was, that game. And honestly, I will say even the Japan Spain game was the one that I actually got to see live. That one was insane.
Japan Brazil was bonkers.
Spain, no, Brazil.
The 2-1.
The one in the morning, first one of the first matches. Yeah, that was Brazil. Okay.
Yeah, but to be up 4-2 at halftime, go up 6-2 or 5-2, excuse me, and then 5-2. Lose 6-5 is insane.
And this is the Zambia game.
Yes.
Again.
Back to Australia, Zambia. And Andre from Diaspora United, is that the podcast? That's the name? Yeah. Also of Twitter, Woso Twitter fame. He posted, here are reasons why the Copper Queens deserve better. And it's literally 1 through 499. Their coach is shit and like sexual assault and all the things that he has done. Number 500, he's also not a good coach. Where was their defense? Australia is very good, but I have watched Zambia just shut a team down. So I'm like, I don't understand.
When you're up 6-2, I think it's about time to put in the defense and just park the bus.
Yeah.
You park the bus.
Exactly.
You park the bus at 3-2. You park the bus.
Rabonda has a hat trick. Just start subbing out just come on.
I think it might have even been 3-1, and it's just no. Once you get that, you park the bus. We mentioned really quick about strategy in the Olympics, and it's different. Like, you have them going on and on. You're just gonna burn them out. So
save your legs.
One player was on a red, so they won't come back until the last match.
Yeah. Now
it's a must-win situation for them. Oh, actually, can they even make it out of the groups?
I don't think so.
No, they can't.
And the thing, so Barbara Bonda has played 5 or 6 matches in the Olympics. And she has either tied or eclipsed Alex Morgan for goals scored in 5 matches. And she's catching up to Abby Wambach. Like, it's insane how good of a goal scorer she is. It's insane. But no, the Copper Queens deserve so much better.
If they would have won that one, they would have had a chance to make it out of the groups. But they shit the bed.
Yeah. And their goalie, I felt so bad for her. She was so pissed.
Yeah.
She had one in between her hands, just like
the direct kick. Yeah, and that was the one right after she got scored on, but it got called back on VAR. And then a few minutes later, they get that direct kick and it goes right through her hands, and she's just so defeated. You feel bad for them. Jen I feel bad whenever they show like the other team, because the winning team is all excited.
Yeah.
You see the losing team and they're just like dejected. Some of them are crying, especially in finals.
Yeah.
When they're like going all out. She said, just makes me sad.
And it's crazy because Australia's keeper now will be playing for Portland after the Olympic break. So Mackenzie Arnold is coming in the league, and like the goals, having 5 goals scored on her makes no sense to me. But then I'm like, oh, it was 3 of those were from Barbara Bonda. Oh, okay. I guess I get it. But she's one of the best keepers in the world. And I'm still just like, how did this happen? Who allowed this? Why? What's going on? Yeah.
All right.
There's a lot of other Olympic stuff to talk about, but it's all not soccer. So we're just going to avoid it for right now.
Yes. Yeah. We'll be keeping it to soccer. Ooh. Like we said, we have what?
So just as like a New Zealand update, Cap's nerve injury obviously kept her out of the games, and like she's still out there but can't be with the team. I saw a TikTok today. I was literally freaking making blue box mac and cheese after work. I'm just like flipping through TikTok while I'm cooking, and she's look what my beautiful teammates did for me. They put her jersey on the sidelines. The team does a haka, and I'm in the kitchen with my stupid mac and cheese tonight, blubbering. I sent Eva a voice message, sobbing. I'm like, and then they did this for Cap. Did Angela cry? Yes. Angela's cried multiple times over the Olympics, guys. I'm doing it now. This game is so special, and it's just, I'm so mad that Allie's hurt. And I hope she's long-term okay, because nerve injuries suck. I've had multiple. Do not recommend. 0 out of 10. No stars. Or 1 star. I'm only putting 1 because I have to Yelp review. Like, that's what it is. Anyway.
Yelp won't let me go 0.
Justice for New Zealand. I still think they should have 3 points, and Canada should have forfeited at least that first game.
Angel City also held up Cap's kit in the lineup photo for the last match for the Summer Cup. So let's talk Summer Cup.
I didn't know that.
Okay, well, to wrap up to wrap up the Olympics, we have our 3 Olympic episodes covering each group and players to watch. We had some amazing guests. We had M Woods and Allie from the Soccer Moms podcast covering Group A. We had Leslie from Gal Pal Sports covering Group B. And we had Casey from Casey's on the Case. She's helped us cover Group C. So really great information. Really great just talking to them in general. So go check those episodes out, even if the group stages are done, because all of those players are still playing in the next matches.
And Casey since launched her own podcast because of our recording. She was like, you guys gave me I had the bug, and then we did that, and I just had to do it. So we also have to get her some information also. I forgot to tell you that.
Oh, also, she is like number 2 in a bunch of different countries already, charting. So does she need information from us? Does she need more information from us, though? Because she's way beyond what we've been doing. So yeah, and then after this episode that comes out, it's going to come out on Wednesday. We will have a recording after the last group stage matches when we know who's moving on into the quarterfinals, taking a preview look into those. As we did for the World Cup, we'll be following all the stages, so keep an eye out for all of those as they come out. And remember, there's a giveaway. All you have to do is comment on one of those posts. There's only been 1 comment. A lot of likes, so we appreciate all the likes.
Please comment
on those posts.
We want to give these away to a good human and a child.
Yeah.
At least one child.
All right. And then so the next thing we're going to talk about today in our kind of loosey-goosey episode has been the Summer Cup. The thing that most of us have been paying attention to with one eye.
Much like summer vacation, like, oh, I have to do summer reading. I've got time. Like, that's what this feels like. And then we're like, oh, no, shit.
No. The Summer Cup has always been totally important to us, and we've been following it
the whole time.
With every being in our body the whole time. We always have, and we respect the Summer Cup. It is not the Challenge Cup 2.0. All right, so if you keep seeing our posts on social, we keep talking about getting weird. Let's get weird season. Yeah. And that is a reference to a clip that we had from one of our previous episodes where we said it's time to just get weird, especially during the Summer Cup. Let's try something. Get weird with it. Put in the young kids in. Flip the script around. Black is white. Up is down. Forwards become defenders. Do whatever you want, as long as you have a strategy to figure some stuff out. And like we were saying, if we lost every single game, which there's 3, if we lost all 3 games, but tried something different, and learned something from those, I don't care.
But
because it was a Summer Cup.
Yeah.
But this Summer Cup is totally important to us and always has been, and we've respected it since the very beginning, and we've been winning.
Right. So. Like, dun dun dun. We won.
Twice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do this.
Twice in a row.
Yeah. That's the important part. Okay, I'm going to run down the rules that I would have done in our regularly scheduled Summer Cup episode if NWSL wasn't greedy and needed to do this while there was an Olympics happening. So, real quick, this is going to sound weird. 5 groups of 4 teams. How does that make sense when you like start putting it into a bracket?
We don't know.
We do know, but it's weird. And we'll get to it. Okay. And there's a lot of stuff that is different in the Summer Cup. So if you've been watching or you haven't been watching or you've been keeping one eye on it, here's a quick recap. All matches, like normal, 90 minutes, except if they're tied, they go straight into penalties. There is no extra time. There is no extra time even in the semifinal or the final match.
It's just going to go straight. No nothing.
Stoppage, yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, but like no extra periods.
Yeah, no extra period.
Got it.
Straight into penalties if they're tied. In the group stages, the way we've always played games, teams will receive 3 points for a win, 0 points for a loss, and 1 point for a tie. Now, like I just said, there are no ties. You go straight into penalties. Whoever wins the penalties gets an extra point. All 3 points are divvied up in one way or another. So far, there have been 4 matches that have gone into penalties. So that's why when you get down to the actual standings, the points gets a little weird. There's like teams with 5 points, and there's teams with 4 points.
Yeah, it's real. If I didn't know about the 2-point thing going into it, and I was like, "What is this? This makes no sense."
Okay, and then I've totally been paying attention to every single match, and apparently there is no VAR. There are, like normal, 4 different officials signed, center ref, lineman, and the assistant referee. The 4th official, there is no VAR being used in the Summer Cup.
Okay, but like actually mean anything?
Has it actually mattered? No. And then, okay, and so this is where if you're trying to do the math and you're saying, hey, math isn't mathing, we hear you, and they have, they're changing rules everywhere, so they're going to change how this plays out. There are 5 group winners, right?
Mm-hmm.
But 4 of them are going to move into a semifinal round.
So the winningest team gets a bye, basically?
No.
Oh.
So, like normal, there's different ways to figure out if teams are tied on points. There's tiebreakers, goal differential, most goals scored, how many points did the tied teams have against each other, what was their goal differential. There's a bunch of different things on how to figure out who won the group. But at the end of it, you have 5 group winners, but you only have 4 spots. You could win the group that you're in and still not make the semifinals, because out of those 5, it will be the top 4 that move on into the semifinals.
But
so,
with that said,
yeah,
things are coming up Angel City.
Yes, things are definitely coming up Angel City. So far, we have played 2 matches. Everybody has played 2 matches, and the only teams on 6 points, Kansas City Current, of course, because why not? Surprisingly, Orlando has not.
That's not surprising. More than half their teams in the Olympics.
Yes.
Brazilambia.
Good point. Good point. They're all. That's a very good point. We have 1 person in the Olympics, and she's not playing.
So we're okay. We basically have our full squad.
Yeah. And Angel City is on 6 points. So we're the only 2 teams on 6 points out of 2 matches. But then again, if you look at go look at the post from the NWSL, you'll see Gotham has 5 points in group 5 with Racing and the Courage. Both of them are on 4 points.
But because of goal differential, the Courage don't make it.
Right now, no.
Yeah.
Because of goal differential. We had a 2-1 win against Club America, and we had a 2-0 win against Bay FC.
Woo.
Now, I've totally been paying attention to every single match, and I have been trusting this process the entire time. But I have also been told that the matches have been good. Lots of promising things.
Yeah.
I did see that we've been trying new players. We've been getting weird with it, which is amazing. And it's been working.
Yeah. And
right?
To rewind through the season, towards the end of the regular season before the Olympic break, Becky Tweed was saying that she's hoping that Messiah is getting more minutes during the Summer Cup to build up her fitness, all of that, because she'd been hurt the majority of the season coming in. They were hoping to see Casey Fair because she was like getting up to snuff. They were hoping to try some stuff.
She finally made her appearance.
Yeah. There's a lot that she'd been looking forward to happening that is apparently happening. Sid's been out for a couple games. I think more rest than anything.
Yeah.
Giselle is recovering from.
I think at one point it said back injury, but.
Yeah. Yeah, there's like little knocks, I think, that older players are taking care of and resting and recovering through, and younger players are like getting their chance to really.
They're
succeed.
letting the youngins play.
Yeah, they're letting them cook out there. It's good.
Yeah. just the fact that we have a Casey Fair, like actual minutes on the field.
Yeah.
Like
it's good. She's got
that's huge.
A lot of space to grow. She's got a lot of people on her side, like pushing her forward, which is really good. She's just young, which is insane saying that she's 16 and young, because freaking Gotham signed a 14-year-old who's just turned 14 then like the next day, who's already getting minutes. Freaking insane. I have a feeling, but whatever. What do I know?
So we did push out real quick to say, how are we feeling about the way the team has handled the Summer Cup so far? And we did get a couple responses. Some of them are coming from our Discord, so go join our Discord. Like we said, lots of fun.
It's a party. Everybody's so cool. It's so nice to see the folks we talk to through Instagram or like that message us on different platforms all in one place, because now we get to have these super fun conversations as a group. Jump on board. The link's in our bio, or just message or text or DM us and we'll just send it to you.
We'll just send it to you directly. Yeah. All right, I'm going to start off with Katie. Said, I'm not really following the possible matchups and paths like one does during the World Cup, so I'm not even sure if this is a possibility, but an ACFC Houston rematch where Paige embarrasses again.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm here for it. and honestly, let me look. No, they're not in it. No, they're in the group with Kansas City. Yeah. No, that's not gonna happen. But honestly, there's a possibility, especially with the summer transfer window coming up, if they do some big moves, maybe we do some big moves.
The thing with Houston, though, and it's what we've talked about during the regular season last year and this year, is their FO is bonkers. Their coaching staff is, again, an interim status.
Yeah, they let go.
Jumping ship all over the place. So I don't know what's happening in Houston. Granted, we are a Paige Nielsen fan club in this household. So all the best for Paige, honestly. I hope she's doing okay. I hope the team's doing okay, because it's really hard to just be in consistent upheaval and not have a solid system to follow, not have anything make sense. They deserve better than that. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Okay. And then Verro came in with, you mean summer camp? Give us a winky face. And then I have been watching when I'm able to, but not as into it as the regular season matches. But I'm liking that the subs are getting playing time, finally. Mm-hmm. And yeah, exactly. Fair is getting some time. We saw just more time with Giselle and Alyssa before Giselle got a little knock on her. Bright is getting steamrolled. Bright is getting some time, like we said. Our girl Angelina Anderson's in goal for both matches. Looking good. Yeah, I think we're all good there.
I'm curious how we're going to match up against San Diego. That's coming, but the lineup, I'm just curious, what is it going to be?
So Justin came in with, same as many, haven't watched a ton, but winning is always good, and getting in-game minutes is important. Hopefully it acts as a mental reset for the final stretch. And you know what? If we had another undetweeted streak after this... Give it
to me in my veins. Like, honestly.
Yes. Honestly, okay. Hot take.
We called undetweeted last year, so what are we calling this season?
I think undetweeted still counts, but here's my hot take. We're doing really right now. Mm-hmm. If we keep the focus and go undetweeted and win the Summer Cup, it's not the Supporter Shield.
Yeah.
It's not the actual...
But I think it's a morale boost.
But it's definitely a morale boost. And if we get back to the season and things are a little shaky, then it is what it is. Don't come at me all crazy, but hardware is hardware.
Yeah.
A trophy is going to be a trophy.
And even when you're struggling, winning an in-season tournament can turn things around mentally. It can definitely relight fires. It can give motivation. It really helps bolster a fan base, a locker room. Like, there's a lot to be said, because from everything I've seen, Becky hasn't lost the locker room yet, which is important.
Yes.
That's the sticking point for me, where I'm like, okay, the fact that the team is still on the same page and hoping for a better future together says a lot to me. And I think the Summer Cup is really going to help push that along. So that way, after the Olympic break, as long as we sign some players, because we have space on this roster, and we are very quickly starting to fall behind the rest of the league.
Yes.
Signings
we have space.
Wise.
It did come up in our Discord.
It did.
The question about roster space, and I did bring up one, salaries and how it actually adds up to the salary cap is not very public information, but there is a salary cap. That's something that we have to keep in mind, even though we have open spaces. Once we have 3 open spaces at the moment, once Kristen Press actually is back active, I know she's training, she's not active on our roster yet. As soon as she becomes active, her salary hits the salary cap. So depending on where we are with everything else, which honestly, it's not like we've made huge moves, that might come into a factor. But let's hope that there's a roadmap. Let's hope that there is. I'm not fully trusting that there is. You got to show me.
It's a treasure map. That's what it feels like. Not so much like a map you'd get from AAA or like a Thomas Brother, like a Thomas Guide. It's not a very clear map that you can very easily decipher. There's riddles and codes that need to be deciphered. And let's just go be Goonies for the rest of the season.
But if we start the matches with, instead of the 3 clap, can we do Hey You Guys?
Please.
Or just I need someone to get up on the capo stand in La Fortaleza and do the
just please. So for
something.
those of you in the supporter groups who are listening, can we have a Goonies night? I know there's not much time left to figure this out, but Goonies Tifo, Truffle Shuffle, Hey You Guys, Baby Ruth, or something.
Yeah, just pass out pirate hats with Baby Ruth bars and then we're good.
Yeah, I'll bring a Jolly Roger and I'll fly it into 227. We got you. Legit. Yeah. If y'all can help me get in the stadium, I'll do it.
All right, then. Ethan came in with cautiously optimistic. I don't think either match was a good barometer of where we're at, but regardless, the momentum should help. It was great seeing Vignola back on the field, as well as some good minutes for Bright and Fair. So there's good stuff. And honestly, I'm just reading these straight off because we didn't have time to format any of these and split it.
Yeah. And for our listeners, I can't reach my phone. Mario's been watching me try to find something I can hook it. I'm on one corner of my bed recording this and it's all the way on the other and I can't. If I move too much, my whole setup will fall over right now because everything's shenanigans. But it's a shenanisode.
All right. Myrna came in with, she's just excited, which we are, because we've been totally paying attention to this thing the entire time, and we've never doubted it at any point. Katie also came in with, if I say something about it, will they stop winning? See, this tells you how impromptu this has been, because I would have put Katie's 2 comments together.
Right.
But also, Katie has a thing where both of us have a thing where we feel we're the we're the jinxes.
Yeah.
Things happen.
You two combined are, I don't know what happens.
Max came in with pretty okay. It's the most even keeled. It's the most even keeled of. It's the Summer Cup. It's not the.
It's not
like
real
I said.
life.
It's not the Shield. It's not. Yeah, it's not real life. And then we have one last message from Aaron saying joyful. And honestly, if you can't find the joy of the fact that we've won these last 2 matches, one of them with a shutout, and
are you with us or against us?
We're at the top of a table.
So I'm okay with that.
Let's see how it goes. So with all of that, last match is going to be against the Wave.
The Nemesis.
Okay. So Let's group stage is going to be against the Wave. A win against them, and we're into the semifinals. A draw and winning the penalties we're in the semifinals. A loss, I only had so much time. I didn't go into permutations. It's possible, but there's permutations. Either way, some of the main things, we can't lose by more than 2, right? To keep our goal differential. Gotham needs to lose. Washington needs to lose, but also under our goal differential. There's a bunch of other things, but there's a slim chance. Either way, we have 2 really good possibilities to get in. Yeah, we got to win. Got to win, you're through. That's it. That's all we got to really worry about. Don't do what the men's national team did and stupid Berhalter telling the team, well, the other game is 1-0. And then they get scored immediately.
What?
Oh, yeah, you don't watch the men.
I don't care about the men.
The no shield guys. Or the no star shield.
No star guys, yeah.
Yeah, I'll fill you in with that. I do, yeah. But pretty much last match of the Copa America group stages, and they needed a win. They needed it. If they got a tie, like it depended on the result of the other match, they needed really a win, right? You win, you're in. That's all you needed to do. They were behind. They were losing. There was a free kick being set up. And then for some reason, Berhalter, he's yelling at the team, but he's telling them what the score is in the other match.
No, you don't do that.
And then immediately on that kick, they score another one. They go 2-0. They go up 2-0. So it's just
damn. Don't count your chickens before they hatch.
Yeah. All right. Summer Cup wrapped up. That's what it is. We've believed in it the entire time. Let's go.
All right, everyone. Again, thank you so much for listening to this Shenanisode, which I love the fact that I just made this up. If you haven't already taken a listen, make sure to go listen to all of the Olympic preview episodes. They were so much fun to record. The folks we got to record with are the actual best people in the WOSO community, minus a few others that either didn't respond or couldn't record with us. So I can't wait for the opportunity to talk to them. So give those a listen. Give the Watch Me Sports Bar episode with Jax a listen. She is absolutely fantastic.
She's awesome.
She gives great hugs. She recognizes people. She's just so solid. Sure, you clear your schedule and get your behind down to Long Beach on August 24th. Tons more details to come for the Angel City versus San Diego match in San Diego. We're doing a massive, as massive as we can get it, watch party at Watch Me. They have a big loft up there that we get to hang out from. We might do some recording. I don't know what we're going to do yet.
I don't know.
It's just so
everything's
exciting.
Up in the air right now, and it's exciting.
Yeah, so make sure you can come. If you can't, at least make up a good reason. It's got to be a good excuse, and please message us. But pack the place out. Support Watch Me. They have fantastic folks working there. And when it comes to watching, if you're watching,
you're just making up words.
Yeah, if you're Shenanisodes, if you're watching in the Shenanisodes, and you also want to check out the Olympics, just download the Peacock app and jump on there. I think it's
the easiest thing, honestly.
2-week free trial, something like that. You can just watch everything for free.
Just pay for. I read somewhere it works on Apple. If you have Apple and you sign up if you sign up for the month through Apple or whatever, and then cancel it immediately, you still have access through the end of the month because you paid for one entire month, and then you don't have to remember to cancel it at the end. Works out.
All of everything for the Olympics is streaming on Peacock. You can watch 4 things at once. It is my favorite thing that they've done. Literally, this is my dream. If I could just get paid to do this, that would be great. But
wait, did they start a multi-streaming thing?
Yes.
What?
Yes, Mario.
Okay.
4 things, and then you can select one and make it big for a little bit, and then go back and watch something else. It's amazing.
Okay, so when the last group stage match is happening,
and everything's on at
the same time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so exciting. But for the Summer Cup, if you are in the US and you want to listen in English, everything's on Paramount Plus. If you want to listen in Spanish, everything's on the NWSL Plus app and Telemundo?
TUDN.
What is that?
TUDN. It's one of the cable channels that's part of Telemundo and Universo.
Oh.
So it's like the third channel.
ESPN 8, the Ocho? Or
the Ocho?
Just ESPN 3.
It's like CBS Sports.
That's
It's like the one channel that like nobody has.
Right. All right. And if you are in Mexico or Central America, you can watch everything on ESPN or through ESPN, and internationally outside of North America, NWSL Plus.
The Americas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably South America too. I don't know.
South America.
But yeah, just watch everything, guys. It's so much fun. It's so much sports. You don't have enough eyes, and there's still so much. I still haven't finished watching the opening ceremonies. I haven't been able to watch anything that I've wanted to watch because it's just been a very busy couple of weeks. So I have to play catch up and stay current. It's great. This is not a problem.
This is all inclusive of the summer of soccer, right? We had the Euros for in the men's competition. We had the Euros, and then we had Copa America happening basically at the same time. Now we've got the Olympics going on. And we've got the Summer Cup going on. Those are going back to back. And then right after when all of this is done, we get back into the NWSL season. So,
and then the WNBA season starts immediately at the same time. So it's just nothing stops, guys. Nothing stops. Go off the rails. It's a good time.
And that's where all my money goes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for sticking around for the rest of this insane episode. I'm so happy to do this, and I know Mario is too, and we have a blast. Join the Discord. It's so much fun. It's so silly. We have a bunch of different channels and fun things to talk about. So make sure you find it through our link in our bio or message us, whatever you want to do. If you got through this episode and still want to listen to us go off the rails, go off the deep end, and lose our minds over sports, make sure you subscribe wherever you're listening, and you go to casualfc.com to find any place else to listen if you want to switch platforms just because. Or if you know somebody doesn't use one, send them another one. Who knows? Be a good friend. If you want to support the pod and keep the lights on in this wild place, make sure you like, share, and or comment on all of our posts and episodes and all the good things. Engagement, leave reviews, ask questions. I don't know, just come hang out with us, have fun on the internet. It's a weird place, and it's getting weirder by the day. So if we can at least have a good happy corner, I'm very happy with it. Check out our merch at shop.casualfc.com. We have some more ideas coming. We've got a whole bunch of new stickers coming. It's just a good time. So all that's there on the internet. And if you feel so inclined and you want to help support the pod monetarily, you can do so by buying us a coffee. Check out the link in our bio, or you can go to buymeacoffee.com/casualfcpod. Follow us on social media at casualfcpod on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Threads. If we don't get shadow banned on TikTok. But yeah, tell a friend about the pod. I hear it brings the team good luck, and we're doing all right, even though we've always been paying attention to the Summer Cup. So
exactly.
Yeah, we'll see you soon. Happy Olympics, everyone.
See ya. Bye.